Hey guys, Casual Chrono here. Just for fun, I wanted to see how all of my teams performed against the PTL Nagsham dummy. Well, maybe not the key farming team. What I decided to do, let's go back to my Null team. I wanted to do a little challenge. I wanted to use the team that I normally use for Null. So, if I have a tank, I'm going to use the tank. If I have a healer, I'm going to use the healer. And I want to see if I can gear them up, grasta and gear, and just see which team can pump out the most damage when defenses are abandoned. So none of my usual, like, let's stock up on health, HP, that kind of stuff. Now it's just straight damage. So we're going to start with the Null team. I have this for gear, the Enduring Staff, type attack 15%, and a little boost to intellect and damage up at full health. Glimmer Ring, critical strength up, and a little bit of speed, and a plus 40 int badge. We have Darkshade Staff, designed to beef up Yakumo, and enhance if max HP Eastern to enhance the damage for Xianghua. And I have a Power of Pain staff with Resonant Power Shadow Ore. Xianghua has Elpis, Dryads, plus 50 int badge, 3 Power of Pains, 2 with combo rate enhancements, and 1 with Rose with Thorns, and then her enhanced special grasta. Iffy, Void Staff, Lustrous Ring, a plus 40 int badge, 3 Power of Pains, 2 with Resonant Power Shadow, 1 with Rose with Thorns. So you notice that Bullseye is not among them because Bullseye doesn't activate during an AF burst. Yakumo is probably the second highest damage dealing character of the team, so he has the Mujima Rod. The highest damage person has Elpis, second highest is going to have Mujima, and that's for the overthrow. Leopard Ring, a plus 40 int badge, and then 3 Power of Poisons, 2 with combo rate enhancements, 1 with Rose with Thorns. For the back row support, Palm has 4 grasta slots available, so enhance if max HP, Power of Void. And Helena has Power of Awakening, Power of Offense Magic, and Resonant Power Shadow. Sidekicks, Kumos and Gunts. Kumos because as long as something takes magic damage, magic resistance is decreased. Gunts, there's really no other aura that helps, and even his aura doesn't help. I might as well be doing this with one sidekick. So, the skills are lined up so I do all 3s, all 2s, and then all 1s. Let's see how this team performs.
Research, huh?
Skills. I'm going to start with the 3s, then do the 2s, and then spam the 1s. 3, 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2, 2. All 1s. We're going to burst. Now, Tesseract is not going to help us because there's not much health lost, so we're just going to use this opportunity to do Horizon. And we're going to overclock and get 50 seasoned back. And then we're just going to spam all 1s and see what the final damage is. Alright, combo rate is in the 300s. So the Magic team, when going all out with damage, did 130 billion in damage. Not too shabby. Next up is my crystal team. It's normally Thalilalili, Melissa, Nilia, Alma. So Thalilalili and Nilia are the two main damage dealers. For the most part, their gear is the same. Power badge, plus 40 on Thalilalili. And instead of a bullseye, we have Power of Pain with Resonant Power Shadow, since this is a full Shadow team. Nilia is similar. She has the plus 50 Power badge. And instead of Power of Pain with Bullseye, she has Power of Pain with Crystalline Ore, which improves damage by 10% in Crystal Zone. She also has a combo rate enhance grasta. And Melissa, Elpis, Dryad's Speed Badge. Power of Pain, Power of Pain, Power of Pain, Rose with Thorns, combo rate, and Awaken Zone enhancement. Alma probably will do the least amount of damage, so she has grasta that enhance the rest of the party's damage. Her damage is based on power, so she has a plus 40 power badge, and she does have the Elpis bow and Lepid ring. Back row characters, Malpifia has 2 grasta, beefing up Thalilalili, and Nicknamer, which beefs up Nilia. And then Urena has Power of Crystal Fists, Enhance of Max HP Fists, times 2, all to improve Nilia's damage. Moke, upon a weak point damage, all members' critical damage and magical critical damage will go up by 30%. Nilia will force a weakness critical hit once I Stellar Burst her. And then for the other character, as long as someone's speed is 300 or higher, slash resistance gets slashed. And it just so happens Melissa's speed is over 300. So that means Thalilalili will do about, not necessarily 20% more damage, but slash resistance will be reduced by 20%, meaning Thalilalili will do more damage. So those are the two sidekicks. That's the team. Let's see how this team functions. Like before, I have it set up relatively easy. It's going to be all 3s, all 2s, and all 1s. So the skills I've chosen: Thalilalili, Melissa, Nilia, and Alma. We're going to start with the 3s, then the 2s, and then spam all 1s. When we can Stellar Burst, we will do so, and all of them can attack. 3, 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2, 2. All 1s. Stellar Burst. Now we don't want to do Sword and Heart right now. That will kick her out of sword-wielding savior state. And if she's kicked out of it, Photon Messiah is going to be less harmful. So we're going to try and work in a Sword and Heart at the end. We can, however, do Hornet Hail. We're going to do Moonsault Meteor, which will inflict Exposed. Once Exposed is on there, then all of her attacks will be on weak points, and that will kick in the aura. And we're going to go ahead and do Kaleidoscope, and give all characters Link, which will do an additional crystal type attack. So we're going to burst, then we're going to keep doing 1s. Nilia's going to attempt to do a 2 at some point, Horizon Chop, to beef up her power and speed even more.
Have a taste of unknown alien power.
Back to the 1s. We worked in Horizon Chop for Nilia. And we're going to attempt to do Sword and Heart very soon. Yep, ran out of time. We might try that one more time to get the Sword and Heart damage, but let's see how well we did once the Lily finishes talking. Which her EX move, this move, seems to be doing a lot more damage now. It's doing about 10 billion
And that's the end of your scheme.
since the patch. See? So without Sword and Heart, we got 83 billion. We're going to try that one more time and see if we can get Sword and Heart in. 3, 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2, 2. All ones. Photon, Hornet, Moonsault, Kaleido.
Irregular performance increase detected. Slice.
Alright. We beefed up Nilia a little bit more. There's the Sword and Heart.
The sword is held, not
And our extra 10 billion in damage from the EX move.
It's edge entrusted to the sword-wielding savior. Together, we will thwart evil's misbehavior. And that's the end of your schemes.
And we get 92 billion. Much better. Alright, if you can work in Sword and Heart, another 10 billion. Next up is my Thunder team. The team, remember, I am not changing out characters just because they might do less damage. I want to see if I can get my team to do ridiculous amounts of damage. So Orlea, despite being a tank, I'm not swapping her out for one of my other Thunder characters. Villette. She is equipped as such with several combo rate enhance ores. Obero, one of 2 primary damage dealers, equipped as such. Izuna, the other damage dealer. Both she and Obero have a plus 50 to their stat badge. Orlea, since she's likely to do the least amount of damage, I don't have pains or poisons on her. I have things like Resonant Power Light, Enhance if Max HP Thunder, and for her, Supreme Power, the 25% type. So she is helping to beef up the rest of the party. Palm has 4 grasta slots, so she has Enhance if Max HP Staff, Power of Awakening Staff, and Power of Thunder Staff to beef up Izuna. And Sukiya has these grasta to beef up primarily Obero, but Eastern characters, it just so happens Obero and Asuna are both Eastern. For sidekicks, I have chosen Kuramaru and Kumos. Kuramaru, all slash resistance is decreased when you hit speed of 300 or above. And through buffs, I'm pretty sure, well, I guess Izuna already has a speed of 300, so that's taken care of. And then Kumos, once something takes magic damage, magic resistance decreases, and Izuna does magic damage. So that is the team. Let's see how the Thunder team can do. Like all the others, I have it set up all 3s, all 2s, and then all 1s. So here's the 3. Here's Villette's skills, Obero's, Izuna's, and Orlea's. We're going to start with all 3s, all 2s, and then all 1s, and we will burst as soon as possible. 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, all 1s, First, we're going to go ahead and Rising Beat and Thundercrack. And then continue spamming. You can see Thundercrack is doing very nice amounts of damage, 3 billions per hit. Combo rate is at 700. Almost got off another Thundercrack. Let's see how the Thunder team did. And they pulled off 157 billion. That's a new high for me. That's awesome. Let's do it one more time. See if we get relatively consistent results. And here we go. Rising Beat, Thundercrack. And resume. Spamming all ones. Now, in a practical environment when the boss is trying to kill you, this is not the best way to gear your team. Oh, I got off one more Thundercrack. Went close to 900 combo. Alright, let's see if we're around 157 billion. And we got 174. Nice. Alright. So this team is capable of pumping out some severe amounts of damage. At the cost of survivability, of course. It's time to test out the fire team. My normal fire team is Rinri, Alter, Ewan, Iffy, and Minalka, with Ewan being the primary damage dealer. As such, Elpis, Life Changer Bracelet so he can restore health, and he has the plus 50 power badge. He has Pains with 1 combo rate enhanced ore, which replaces the bullseye. Rinri has Elpis Gloves, Dryads, a plus 40 power badge, Power of Offense Fire, one of the newer ones, extra 15% damage in fire stance, enhance of max HP fire, and almighty power gun. That is because she and Iffy are gun users. So she is improving both of their damage. Iffy on that note, Elpis, Dryads, Int Badge, Pain, and Resonant Power Shadow. The only fire skill she has is Hypnophobia, which is a small damage dealing. On the first turn, its strength is increased, however, but all the same, I don't expect her to be doing the major damage dealing, so throwing in a Resonant Power Shadow helps all 4 characters. Minalka has Elpis Sword, Leopard Bracelet, Power Badge, plus 40, and Pain, Resonant Power Shadow, Rose with Thorns, and Combo Rate Enhance. The support characters, May has all gear to improve Ewan's damage, and CL pretty much has all gear to improve Yuan's damage. Sidekicks, Kuwamaru and Kumos. Kuwamaru, as long as someone's speed is 300 or above, slash resistance is reduced. And Minolka is doing slash damage. And then Kumos, as long as somebody takes magic damage, magic resistance is decreased immediately. And Iffy is doing magic damage. So once again, we're going to do all 3s, all 2s, and then all 1s. Let's see how the fire team handles Big Bag Baddie. Alright, skills. Alright, 3s, 2s, 1s, burst when we can. 3s. 2s. And all 1s. Burst. Okay. We're going to overload. We're going to go ahead and keep Lava Impact. And we are going to go ahead and do Overkill. And we will continue spamming all 1s. Alright, we're in the 300s for combo. Let's see how the fire team did. $142 billion, which is actually the highest my fire team has done so far. Like the others, we're going to go ahead and do it one more time, just to make sure we're in the right ballpark.
I'll cut it down to size.
Alright. 3s, 2s, 1s. 3s. 2s. All 1s. Overload, Lava Impact, and Overkill. If anyone's wondering why I'm doing Lava Impact instead of Eruption, it's mainly because Lava Impact does so much damage. I don't think Eruption can really compare, to be perfectly honest. At least in an AF burst. Alright. Now the same combo percentage. And 142 again. Not complaining at all. So there's my fire team when I give up defense and go all out for damage. My next team is my wind team, featuring Sesta, Subami Altar, Melody, and Shani Altar. Sesta is geared pretty much like she usually is, with a plus 50 power badge. Instead of bullseye, she has a combo rate enhance ore. Subami Altar is probably my next strongest damage dealer, so she has pains, one with combo, one with Wind King ore, and one brute power of pain. She has a plus 40 power badge. Melody is probably the weakest of the four, so she is not holding pain or poison grasta. Instead, she has grasta that are buffing the rest of the team. Power of Offense, Wind, Enhance if max HP Wind, and Resonant Power Shadow, because 3 of the 4 frontline characters are shadow characters. She does have the Elpis Rod Lepid Ring for the combo rate, and a plus 50 Ent badge. Shani Alter has Elpis Hammer, Dryad Spangle, plus 40 power badge, and she has 3 pains, 2 with Resonant Power Shadow, 1 with Rose with Thorns. The back row characters are mostly supporting the team. Katana to buff Sesta, Almighty Power affects both Subami and Shani Alter, and Tome is equipped with 2 enhance if max HP katanas and Almighty Power Avenger. Sidekick-wise, we have Kuamaru and Kumos. Kuamaru, once speed hits over 300, slash resistance is decreased. And Kumos. Once something takes magic damage, magic resistance decreases. So looking at the team, Sesta already has a speed of 300, and Melody is doing magic damage. So their damage should increase immediately from the sidekicks. We don't have to wait till the end of the turn for the sidekicks auras to kick in or whatever they have. So that is the team. The big question is for Sesta, do I blow Twin Blade Wolf at the start of the fight, or do I blow it towards the end? A lot of her skills, when you use it in Twin Blade Wolf, it affects the entire party. If you don't, it affects just the user. Now in that case, it's Twin Blade Wolf or Wind King's Dance. But I figure a lot of them, like wind resistance decreases by 100% if I use it in Twin Blade Wolf. If I don't, we lose out on that. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to use Twin Blade Wolf early in the fight, and then we will basically just hit all ones. So let's see how we do.
Sure, we can fight in the light.
The skills I've chosen: Twin Blade, and then I'm going to use Starving Wolf for spam. Subamis, Melodies, and Shanies. We're going to start casting the 3s, then the 2s, then the 1s. Except in Sesta's case, in which case we'll probably do Twin Blade and then move over to the 2s and 1s. So 0, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, and we'll just see what we end with. So 0, 3, 3, 3,
These are the cries of the voiceless.
2, 2, 2, and then all 1s. We're going to burst.
People, growl and pounce!
And then continue on our merry way. And this burst might not be a bad one to do towards the end of the fight, now that I'm looking at it.
Take this.
Alright, 400 combo. 500 combo.
Die.
600.
This is the power of a true
Alright, let's see how much the wind team does when they abandon all defense. This round we got 78 billion. Not horrible. We're going to do this one more time. And this time, let's maybe try holding off on the burst till we get the combo rate higher. See what that does. So we're going to do wonder if we should... nah, let's not hold off on Twin Blade. So 0, 3, 3, 3, then 2, 2, 2, 2, and then all ones. And this time we'll burst closer to the end. So 0, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, all ones. Okay, I could burst now, but we'll hold off. Alright, the wind zone is almost at max stats. We're at 500 combo.
How's this?
We'll go ahead and burst now.
People, growl and pounce!
And that was at close to 600 combo rate. Alright. Last time was 78 billion. This time, $80 billion. So again, not horrible, fairly consistent. Next up is the water team. Now this one I'm kind of curious about. Elseal and Dunrith, neither one of them are particularly strong offensively. So we have Felmina, equipped as such with the plus 50 power badge, and she has Power of Pain with combo enhance rate, Rose with Thorns, and Brute Power of Pain. Ilulu has the Mujima axe, Lepin, Power Brace, a badge for 40, and 2 Power of Pains with those upgrades and 1 Power of Awakening axe. Elseal has 2 Power of Pains and 1 Power of Offense Water, Winged One's badge, which improves combo rate, Elpis Sword and Dryad Spangle, and Dunrith has Elpis Rod, Dryad's Ring, Galaxy badge, which also improves combo rate, and 3 Power of Pains. The back row characters, we have Annabelle, Almighty Power Miglance, Enhanced Max HP Water, and Resonant Power Shadow. 3 of the 4 in the front, Felmina, Ilulu, and Dunrith, are all shadow characters. Zaviro has axes, 2 enhance max HP, and 1 power of Rapid's axe. For sidekicks, we have Kuwamaru, who as long as speed breaks over 300, enemies / resistance is decreased, and Felmina with a buff should hit 300. Piggy is the other one. While we're in Sacred Water stance, all party members' single enemy attack damage is improved by 20%. And that's pretty much all this team has, all single targets. So, let's see how well the water team can do against the new Nagsham test dummy.
Always best to lead by example,
As far as skills, Felmina, Ilulu, Elseal, and Dunrith, we're not going to start singing. We're going to do a 2 and then a 1. So we're going to do 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then all ones. There's no reason to use Shatter Glass since it consumes Ice Bursts, increased strength. We might try to work it in just to see how strong it is, but for the most part we're going to spam Rafali Glassy. And let's see what we can do. So 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, and then all ones. 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, and now all ones. Spam, 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 spam. We don't have a Stellar Burst to work with for this team. We're working a Shattered Glass. And we'll try one more without the Shattered Glass.
Bear witness to the hunt of the wolf who feasts upon the dead. Their visage is signal to prey's untimely end. There will be no gift of moment to fight, nor evidence left of their fading light. Yes.
And we wait for the animation.
Indeed. For now you sleep, for all eternity.
5 billion, not too bad. Alright, let's see what we got.
Got ya!
Ilulu doing a little bit of last minute damage. 23 billion. Not super high. But we do have two characters that I normally keep on my water team that really aren't damage dealers. So that doesn't surprise me too much. Remember, I'm not trying to make the perfect team, I'm trying to use the characters that I normally use and just see how much they can do when they go all-out offense. So we're going to do that one more time. This time we're going to try not using Shattered Glass and just see what happens. So same pattern otherwise, 3-3-3-2, 2-2-2-1, and then all ones. Three, 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 2, 2, 2, 2, all ones. And yes, we'll have to sit through the EX end animation one more time. Can we get any more? Nope. I think the last combo was 311, this one's 308, so probably comparable damage too. It's really weird. I've been playing long enough that I still remember how much I struggled when I didn't really understand team compositions. And I would have been ecstatic over the moon a year ago if I was pumping out 20-30 billion in damage. But seeing what some of my other teams have done, I feel kind of disappointed. Oh look, 17 billion. So Shattered Glass probably was a little bit better of a choice. But yeah, 17 billion a year or two ago would have been like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got that high. That's insane. And now it's like, man, that's all I got? The previous attempt was even better. Anyway, that was the water team. My earth team is focused around Shannon Alter. She's the main damage dealer. Myunfa, Claude, and Bertrand are all there for support or tanking. So Shannon has the Elpis Sword, Dryad Spangle, the plus 50 power badge, Power of Pain, Agony, Earth Power of Pain, combo enhance rate. So pretty standard. Myunfa, Elpis Rod, Dryad's Ring, the Int plus 50 badge, Resonant Power Light, since 3 of the 4 characters are light, pretty much everyone but Shannon, and 2 Power of Poisons with combo rate enhance. Claude has the Dryad Sword, Leopard Bracelet, and Winged One's Badge. Winged One's Badge improves combo rate. And then he has some more sword-related grasta. And Bertrand has the Elpis Spear, Guidance Bracelet, Galaxy Badge, which improves combo rate. 1 Pain, 1 Agony, and 1 Enhance of Max HP Lance. For back row support, we have Deirdre with Quake, Max HP Earth, and Amnesia. And regular Shannon, since their personalities overlap. Almighty Power KMS, Enhance of Max HP Sword, and Power of Offense Earth. Sidekicks, Kuamaru and Kumos. Kuamaru / resistance will decrease by 20% once Alter Shannon self-buffs and puts her speed above 300. Kumos, for the very small amount of magic damage that my Unfa is going to do, it'll do a little bit more. This is the only team of mine that does not start in a zone. Shannon has Order de la Terre, which will deploy Earth Stance, but I don't have the benefit of having Earth Stance when I start the fight. She's also the only damage dealer. Bertrand will do probably some damage with his Stellar skill, but I'm not expecting a whole lot, so this might be the weakest of all of my teams. So let's take a look. Like all the others, we're going to do all 3s, all 2s, and then all 1s. 3, 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2, 2. All 1s. We awakened the Earth Zone. We'll try and save the Stellar skill once we get the combo rate a little bit higher. We'll go ahead and use it now. We're about the 25% mark.
This shield shall never be pierced.
And then we'll resume all 1s. It looks like he did 1 billion in damage with his skill. And she just did 3 billion.
O dragon, answer for your transgressions as I summon the darkness that brought
And like my water team, I kind of feel bad saying just 1 billion or just 3 billion, because that's a ton of damage for many people playing this game.
Hyperion, our deliverance has begun.
So once you've been playing long enough and you have the gear, it actually does seem a little on the low end. And the Earth team pulls off 25 billion. Not too shabby. We'll go ahead and do that one more time and see if we get similar results. All 3s, all 2s, all 1s. And at some point we're going to need a tempered roast to awaken the zone. So 3, 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2, 2. All 1s. I think I just messed up. I think I did a sword swing instead of an actual attack, so it might be a little less. I was trying to awaken the zone.
This shield shall never be pierced.
1.3 billion. Yep, she got in one more attack. And then Claude talks. So I think I might have missed one of Shannon's attacks, which does mean about 2 or 3 billion in damage. But we'll find out. And our grand total is 21 billion. So yeah, I think if I had gotten that other attack in, I'd probably be around 23 or 24 billion, very close to the first one. So what does this tell me? So I have multiple Superboss teams, an Earth team, Water, Wind, Fire, Thunder, Crystal, and Null. I technically have a Shade team, but I'm still working on it. And in this video, I started with the Null team, and I just worked my way backwards. And what this tells me, my Earth and Water teams are definitely my weakest. And that kind of makes sense. My Water team has 2 strong DPS characters, and my Earth team only has 1. My Earth team only has 1 Stellar Awakened character, and my Water team doesn't have anybody. Annabelle's technically not Stellar Awakened. I have her normal style in use as part of this team. Now, getting 20 billion, 30 billion in damage is still incredible. It will still take care of many bosses. Now that the damage cap has been raised to 10 billion instead of 2, we are starting to see more bosses right now with ridiculous amounts of health. So to me that says my earth and my water teams probably will not be able to handle what's coming up without some serious upgrading. So when I'm choosing what banners to pull on, stuff like that, I'll try to keep an eye out on earth and water characters that might be able to just overall improve those teams' damage. My wind team, very strong. I did not use Cesta AS because I'm trying to stay true to my current teams, and my current team has regular Cesta, normal Cesta. If I switched to Cesta AS, I also need to find a way to start the battle in an earth or in a wind zone or a slash zone. And I do have other characters like Tsubame, I have Shiguri and Shion. Like, I could probably form a pretty strong slash team, and I might play around with that one day. But for now, my wind team, doing just fine, pumping out lots of damage. Fire team, same thing. Ewan was rocking it. My thunder team did the best. 174 billion from the thunder team. But technically that kind of makes sense. Thunder kind of has a niche of using the AF bar, so a lot of the thunder characters are just designed to improve combo rates and stuff like that. And they have multi-hits, so I'm not shocked that this team did so well. This team's survivability relies on Orlea, and I've never found her to be like a very strong tank. So this team seems like a glass cannon to me. They can really dish out the damage, but they'll probably get wiped out pretty easily. My crystal team did really well in damage, and Alma is a very solid tank. And my Null team did really well in damage. I actually was surprised. I didn't think they would do quite as well as they did. And Iffy and her blood contracts shifts damage to the farthest right character with blood contract, which would be Yakumo, and he has some defensive capabilities based on his mana to help keep the team alive. Between him and Mayunfa's prayer, this team dishes out a lot of damage, has survivability, and has a way to revive. So, plus Xianghua and her Null magic attacks slice through things that, elements would be blocked, or weapon types might be blocked. She kind of bypasses a lot of that. So the Null team, I think overall is very well balanced. I think the Crystal team is pretty well balanced, and I think the Fire team, Minalka's not that bad of a tank, and we still have Iffy's revives with the Fire team, and they were pumping out lots of damage. And they'll have issues with barriers because Ewan can't barrier pierce. Nilia can, Thalilili can, and through blood contracts I can force a barrier pierce with anybody with Iffy. It's a little more clunky, but I can do that. So Earth and Water teams, in my opinion, need some attention to kind of bring them up to par with the rest. Wind, strong as always, very hard to beat. Barrier pierces, love my wind team, they're always my go-to. Fire, very strong. Thunder, glass cannon. And Crystal and Null, very strong. And I think you've seen that reflected in a lot of my videos. I tend to favor my wind team. When they can't get the job done, I usually turn to the Null team next. That was my exploration, my review of my 7 Superboss teams and how they handle the PTL Nagsham test dummy. This is using gear and grasta that's available as of April 2025. And I've been able to get to 174 billion in damage. Anyway, I hope this helps. Casual Crono, signing out.